But yeah, let's Asmongold had a take. So yeah, he's one of the biggest. He's a really big streamer on Twitch. He's mostly a video gamer streamer, so he's not like a political streamer. Which is partially also why whenever he does like political stuff, it's usually not the best because it's not his playground, so to speak. And he had a take about all of this protesting stuff happening now, which is a incredibly like white liberal take, which you hear like anyone everywhere will be very, very familiar with this take.
I think that any time that you destroy property because you're not happy with a political decision, you're instantly wrong.
Dumb take, absolutely dumb take. Like it's such a stupid take. Holy. Like, it's such a dumb take. If you break something, I won't listen to you. La 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 la. I can't hear you. La 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 la. You broke a wall. You broke a window. La 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 la. Yeah. Property destruction is just as bad as thousands of people with wombs dying because of these laws. La 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 la. I can't hear you. La 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 la. It's just so dumb. Yeah, because like why like Asmongold has had some like good political takes as well. Like he's not like completely just like out of it, you know? Like I've seen some clips of him where I'm like, oh okay, cool. Yeah, that was a good take. But like this is a pretty typical like white liberal take, and it's really ahistoric. Because the question whenever like if you're ever talking with someone and they have this very vehemently think that, you know, if you destroy property then argument lost. You can ask them like, okay, why is it important that property doesn't get damaged? You know, why? And they're gonna say like, it's because like it affects people. It affects people. It affects the people whose possibly livelihood is tied to that property, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It affects people. It hurts people. And it's like, okay, so that hurts people. Do you not think that Roe v. Wade getting overturned, and now roughly in the next few months, somewhere around half of the states in the United States are going to ban abortion? Do you not think that will hurt and kill people? And to them, they will say yes. They should say yes if they're a lib. If they say no, they're not a lib, most likely. And they say yes. Okay. What do you think would be the appropriate response in this type of situation? And if they say, well, you should vote, and say, people did vote. People did vote. There was a Democratic supermajority. Obama was in power. They did not codify this, even though they promised they would when they had a supermajority. They didn't do that. Voting didn't help. What should people do? And they're gonna fumble. They're gonna be, well, just vote harder, and like it doesn't work. We've seen it doesn't work. So and then they're like, oh well, you just gotta blah, blah, blah. And it's like, listen. Sometimes violence is necessary. Change. To try to act like that, like we are above that or beyond that, is ahistorical. It's incredibly ahistorical. The civil rights movement, for example, was violent. Very violent. I mean, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they had a big disagreement because MLK wanted to put children and women in the front lines because they would get attacked first by water hoses and police and their dogs. And then those pictures would end up in newspapers, and that would radicalize people because people would see the police attacking women and children. Malcolm X vehemently disagreed with this. They had a big disagreement about this. So that's the kind of conversation you can try to have, because what do you do in these situations? Sometimes violence is the only way to get your voice heard to the people in power. Sometimes it's the only way. So to me, this type of like, well, your argument is invalid is silly, and it's incredibly privileged. And because this same talking point was had during the civil rights movement, people were saying in the civil rights movement, well, they just shouldn't protest and like walk and disrupt. Like we just have a nice conversation about things. Exactly same talking point. Exactly same dog. How about properly educating people? Well, of course, absolutely. But the American education system it's a mess. But that's a big part about it, absolutely. But unfortunately, turning education into a for-profit industry kind of destroyed that for now. I think people should try to change things non-violently. Of course, non-violence should absolutely always be the aim. 100% agree. Non-violence should be the aim. But sometimes violence is necessary. Like, slavery didn't end because people asked nicely. There was kind of a civil war about slavery. Because some people were like, no, I should own these people. And other people were like, no, that's not pretty cool. They literally fought a war over that. Among, like history is filled with these where some people are like, no, things shouldn't change. Others are like, no, they should because that would be more just. Like, fuck you, we're going to have a war now. Also, the fight for workers' rights that we have today is historically full of violence. Yep, it is full of violence. People dying for the cause.
You're instantly wrong. I don't care. It's like, oh, but I really don't like this.
I'm a dox the White House.
Instantly fucking wrong.
No, I don't agree with him. His point here.
Don't burn down anything. Don't break anything. And I think if you do that, the cops should make sure that you can't do it.
Yay. We love police, don't we?
Absolutely. It's called domestic terrorism. Yes,
It's not what... Yeah, okay.
100% should be considered terrorism. I think that's probably too harsh, but in some cases, you're probably right.
It's domestic terrorism. Probably not, though. He's such a lib. Yeah, this is an extremely lib take, but this is just one of his takes. Remember, people are more complex, you know, because I've seen him give some good takes on some stuff, and he has bad things on other. Like, remember, people are complex. Like, I think Asmongold is the kind of, like, from what I don't watch his stuff. I don't personally know him at all. You know, I'm gonna be parasocial here for a moment. I think he's the kind of person, if he would talk to people affected by this and have these types of, like, very frank and difficult conversation with people that he cares about, close to him, not randos, like, screaming at him on Twitch chat or whatever, like real conversations with people that he cares about. I think this is one that where he could definitely change his mind and be like, oh shit, I learned. True. Like, I think he's in that category where he could change. Managed to get some guests on. I mean, again, he doesn't do politics. That's not his thing. He'll talk about news and stuff from time to time, but that's not his thing. Could he get some guests on? Probably. You get like if he got like Hassan on, I think that could be a very constructive conversation between him and Asmon. I don't know, you know, if that would be possible, but that could, for example, be a very fruitful conversation that they have.
Sure. And any violence or destructions immediately invalidates your point. I think so, for sure. Don't block traffic either. I agree with you. I don't think people should be able to block traffic. That's ridiculous.
No, my traffic. Well, I guess in the U.S. it's a bit worse because everything's...
Should be arrested for that.
My traffic. Fuck, get fondue on. That'd be awesome. But I am way too small fry to be on even on his radar. Hello there, and thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below in the comments, or you can visit my stream on Twitch where I can answer any of your questions. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central European Time. We talk about news and games, news in the world from a leftist point of view, and also play some games. Come hang out with us, it'll be fun. Bye!